Both matches so far today have resulted in the teams splitting the points. Level between Spain and Cabo Verde. Level between Egypt and Belgium. We will see if that continues here, or if one team can take three. Saudi Arabia against Uruguay down in Miami for their first World Cup game. Brought to you by Prize Picks. Use my code HMA. Play $5, get $50 instantly. My name is Jared Gear, and I've never done one of these streams. How it works is like this. Fire on the channel with any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer about anything and everything as we're giving radio commentary on this game's starting lineup for both these sides. Before I get to that, again, vote in that poll. Who do you think wins this one? Saudi Arabia or Uruguay? We do have the emojis for both those flags and those teams available. Starting lineup for both sides, starting with Uruguay. Muslera gets the start in net. No surprises there. You got Viña, Oliveira, Cáceres, and Varela in the back. It's a 4-4-2. Araujo, Bentancur, Ugarte, Valverde in the midfield. Nunez and Viñas up top. As for Saudi Arabia, Al-Awais gets the start in net. Al-Harib, it's a 4-4-2. Al-Amri, Tambakti, Abdul Hamid in the back. In the midfield, Salom Al-Asri, Al-Haibari, Keno, Abdul Shamas in the mid. Albarekon and Al-Juair in the attack in a 4-4-2 for both sides. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one. This one's on FS1 if you're watching on English television. Obviously, all the games are on Telemundo. If you're watching the Spanish broadcast, which is the right way to do it because Fox absolutely sucks. If you're in for the first time, bienvenido. Y hola. Uruguay contra Saudi Arabia. Yes. There you go, beat up. Jeez. There you go. There you go. I don't know, Mark. I don't know. We're going to get this one away in just a bit. Again, this is game 3 of 4. Later tonight, we are calling the match between Iran and New Zealand, capping things off at SoFi Stadium, Los Angeles Stadium. The match has not started yet. They are very late on this one. The kickoff times have not exactly been the most well-timed so far. This one getting underway later than expected. It's a hot one down in Miami, over 90 degrees. Saudi in the green, going left to right. Uruguay in the light blues, as always, going right to left. We're going to get this one underway in 5, 4, 3, 2. We love our overlords at Fox. Stay away, folks. 1. Let's do this thing. Kickoff. We are now underway here. Saudi Arabia going left to right in a 4-4-2. Uruguay going right to left. Also in a 4-4-2. Saudi Arabia will play it out the back to start. I'll go harmlessly out of play for an Uruguay throw. Will I ever stream MLS? Maybe at some point. Maybe at some point we'll do MLS. Do some more soccer. I love calling these games with you guys. So maybe at some point we'll do it. Back to the keeper, Muslera. Oliveira. Back to Muslera. Oliveira. You said overlords are buying Roku. Yep, $22 billion. Yeah, good looking the rights to anything else at this point. I thought they were out of money. Like losing the rights to all the other sports. Muslera. Left side it goes Cáceres. So Oliveira. Deep ball down the left flank. No one there. Easily taken down by the Saudis. They'll boot it down the right side. Header won by Uruguay. Heavy first touch, but get it back on their left side. Again, Uruguay going right to left. Viña plays it back to his keeper, Muslera. Muslera will hold it in his box. Play it off on the right side. Cáceres switches the play to the left for Oliveira. Oliveira goes back to Cáceres on the right. They try to play a long one on the right side. It's not there, so we'll go back to Muslera. He's trying to get a feel for the Saudis. A very defensive, oriented team early on. Now they'll play a ball down the right flank. That one won by the Saudis. Cleared out of play for a throw-in. Al-Harib clearing that one out of play. Uruguay took the throw too quickly, so they'll redo it. Just outside the attacking throw on the right side again. Uruguay going right to left. Saudi going left to right. Bit of a surprise result earlier in Group H between Spain and Cabo Verde. Might open the play up potentially. Makes those 3 points that much more enticing. You figured Spain was going to win the group, potentially walk through this group. That draw against Cabo Verde changes everything. Now, if a team can get 3 points, knowing you have a match against one of the lowest rated sides in this tournament, up in one of the penultimate 2 matches. The problem with MLS is that it happens like during the season. Now, granted, when they change it from a fall to spring, it might free up a little bit more. On the left side, Saudi plays a long through ball in, trying to hit it for Albarekon. But the feed there by Al-Haibari, too much in Uruguay. Give it off on the left side. Muslera gives it off. Cáceres. Ref showing no sense support. Yep. Game of with the heartbeat of the football world. Yep, Miami is. It is a big football hotbed. It's a big hotbed. On the left side, Oliveira plays it back in his own half on the right side. Cáceres working around the back. Switching the play left side, Oliveira. Oliveira fakes the ball down the left side for Viña. We'll go central, and they'll go back to his center back. Cáceres just slowly trying to break him down, figure out what's available. Now they'll get into the attacking third. Switch the play once again, Oliveira. Oliveira's got help on the right side for Viña. Gonna play it to Viña. Viña almost just was by Abu Shamas, but goes back. Switch the play again. Cáceres goes to the right side. They give it off on the right. Valverde. They switch it again to the left. Just trying to switch the play, get someone open up on the left side now. Viña gets inside, gets back to the top of the 18. Heavy first touch. We'll let it rip, and it's saved. It's right on Alois. Punches it away right at him, and the cross out for a corner. Viña cross out of play for a corner at the left corner flag. A good job there by Uruguay on the attack. Just switching the play left to right, just trying to free up anything. And Araujo with the first shot for either side was on target, just right at Alois. Was never going to test him that much. But they win a corner out of it nonetheless. With the man who shot that last one, Araujo to take. Well, not football, summer, because the Dolphins kind of suck. To the far post, got a head on it, but saved by Alois. Got a head on it, but might have taken a deflection also of Tambakti. But a good ball in. A good ball in. And then dispossessed. It's a bad give by Alois. They'll keep it in the attacking third. That pass takes a deflection. Back to the Saudis. They go at midfield. Albarecon. We'll just play it back to the keeper, Alois. How's it going, Miles? Appreciate you being here. Should know $10 or more gets in him. That LED board behind me right here. And you see on your stream, we live for all 4 matches today. This is match number 3. We're doing match number 4 later tonight. New Zealand and Iran. This is the place to be as we are doing all the World Cup matches here on the channel. Throw it on the left side. Give it off at midfield on the left. Headed away by Valverde. Uruguay gets it back in the attacking third for being dispossessed on the right side. Now it's Salaribi. He's taken down from behind. Easy free kick 1. Heavy challenge there by Varela. Wait, Dolphins have been good so far. Yeah. Britton Moore, do I think is a good coach? Why wouldn't he be? I mean, he's a phenomenal coach. The job he's done with the Canes was masterful. Making that switch on Bussy took so much guts. Britton Moore's great. Miami Vice on that one. Yeah, Bozinia, crazy. 40 years old, first ever World Cup game to do that. I gotta give him I gotta give him his flowers. That was incredible. It's a bad ball down the right side, trying to switch the play on the right. Looking for Abdulhamid, and now Uruguay looks to go on the counter. Uruguay looks to go on the counter. Araujo dispossessed. Good recovery there by Cano. Cano chases that one down. Vizur Abdul Shamas. It was back into their own box. Scare there for the Saudis on the counterattack potentially. But a strong recovery there by Cano. And they'll work it around the back. Saudi going left to right. Uruguay right to left. Voice is so far so good. So far so good on the voice. We'll see if that changes. Again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. We're taking halftime breaks, which I think is really helping. Gives me a little bit of a breather in between everything. Uruguay in their own half. Oliveira, good ball to get across midfield. And then taken down from behind. No call. Clean challenge. Saudi gets it in midfield. Al-Juair. Now on the right side, Abu Shamas. Abu Shamas into the box. Headed away easily. Like that was Cáceres on the header. Saudi gets it back though. And the attacking third centralized here. They'll switch the play to the right. Al-Juair. Abdulhamid. Now they'll go back to midfield. Take it back in their own half. Work it around. Switch the play from right to left. Alamri. Or I think Police Drama 80s. I think Miami Vice. So I'm just going with that. He had one hit too. He had Heartbeat. That was a good song. Good 1-2 movement. The through ball too strong for Abu Shamas. So good idea by Al Juair. The through ball too strong after the 1-2. Dispossessed still by Cano. Al Juair gives off the top of the box to try a dummy run. Doesn't work. There's no one there. Slow-mo dodge 30 to Alba Raycon, and he tried the dummy run. There was no one there. Uruguay gets it back on the right side. Cross midfield, Bentancur. Bentancur across on the left side of Viña. Viña. Back into his own half he goes on the left side. Oliveira. Bentancur. Oliveira on the left. Their best attack so far early on. Okay, when they kept switching the play continuously, found some space at the top of the box. They'll try that here. It's a good ball down the left side. Viña, and a good first touch. He'll try to play his man on into the box, but it's a good challenge there by Abdul Hamid. Sticks the leg out to deny that pass into the edge of the box. Saudi with another dispossession. Al-Hibari. Left side for Al-Harib. Deflected, but gets it back in his defensive third. Al-Hibari. Down the left side. And now it's a poor pass again across midfield. But Alba Raycon able to recover with a good touch. Saudi back in possession. 10 minutes gone. No shots for the Saudis so far, but a chance here potentially. Al-Amri. Al-Amri on the right. Yeah, I can say draw. I'm not sure there's going to be too much in this game, goal-wise. I'm going 1-0 Uruguay. I'm going 1-0 Uruguay. Cano. Al-Amri. My favorite versus one, my least favorite. I get you on bench. Abdul Hamid. Al-Amri back in his zone. Half a play back to his keeper, Alawais. Alawais is just to boot that one. Deep down the field, across midfield. Head away by Oliveira. Uruguay gets it back, but send it back to midfield for Cano. And now Saudi gets it back in their defensive third. Cano. Cano gives it off across midfield. One-touch pass down the right side of Abdul Shamas, trying to free him some space. Nothing there. Abdul Hamid. Now they get across midfield. They look to go. It's a good job there down the right side. Exposes Uruguay as they try to switch the play. But a good job recovering there by Nunez. Nunez deflecting that through ball down the left side. Stopping the Saudi attack. Which looked like it could have been the most promising potentially. I've never been to Menards, Gummy Bear. But I've never also been like really in the Midwest. With Telemundo, I love that, Rob. Yeah, that was, yeah. The fitness for everyone was good. The Telemundo era is a good idea. That'd be great. Working around midfield here. Not much to this one so far, but it's early. Down the right side. Uruguay takes it back into their own half. Cáceres. Oliveira. On the left side. Araujo. Heavy ball to Oliveira. And it's intercepted by the Saudis. Al Juair is on the right side now. We'll play it back in midfield. Back to Al Juair. And they'll just slow it down the back. Though they're going to try and go on the counterattack. Said they'll slow things down. They're going to dictate the pace. They're going to dictate the pace here. Al Juair on the right side. Trying to work on Viña. Will play it back instead on the right side. Abdul Hamid kicks it back. Al-Amri. Cross on the left side now for Tom Bakhti. They got across the field on the left side. Al-Hibari. I'll just play it back in his own half on the left side. Salom Al-Asri. Switches the play back to the right side in his defensive half. Saudi waiting for the moment. Abdul Shamas. And midfield on the right side. He'll play it back once again. Cano. Back to his center back. Al-Amri back on the left side of Tom Bakhti. Uruguay's not really pressing. They're letting Saudi just hold on to possession. They're not playing a high line. Saudi not really timing any runs right now. Just trying to find some space. And that's a bad back pass by Al Highbury. Have to retreat their line about 20 yards back. Cross to the right side to Al Amri. Al Amri gets it across midfield. Tries to start the run there with Albo Raycon. It was the right idea. It's a bit too much on that flick on. And Uruguay gets it back at midfield. All that possession. Maybe had 2 touches across the midfield line. Muslera. Uruguay going right to left. Saudi going left to right. And earlier in the group, Spain and Cabo Verde with the most shocking result of this tournament so far. It does open up the top of the group tremendously if either side wants to take advantage of it. 3 points is always vital, but 3 points on the other 2 teams tied at 1 gives you some separation. It's even more vital now. Saudi at midfield, Cano. Cano on the left side of midfield, plays on the left. Back to Cano on the left. Cano will switch the play to the right. It's the right idea. Goes behind Abdul Hamid, though. So I'll take it back in his own half. Abdul Hamid. Gets it across midfield. Heavy first touch, but corrals it. But the pass is behind Abdul Shamas. The pass is behind Abu Shamas after the heavy first touch by Al Juair. Evel Quinn of Uruguay. Great Olympic, kind of forgotten now about. Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Because they won 2 titles. They won 2 titles. Oh, I like that, Rob. I do like that. Only 1 shot on goal so far, 15 minutes in. Uruguay in possession midfield now on the left side. They'll play it down the left. Long ball down the left, takes a deflection out of play. Goes out for an Uruguayan throw. Last touch by Abu Shamas. A throw-in goes in his defensive half to Oliveira. He'll switch the play to the right side. Cáceres. Varela. 1-2. Heavy ball, though. Way too much on that run for Viña. But Tambakti can only clear it as far out as a throw-in for Uruguay in the attacking third. And Montevideo looks nice. I did a school project on Uruguay back in the day. Like 5th grade. Uruguay looks gorgeous. Like I gotta get out there at some point to Montevideo. If I was going to go to South America, I'd say that'd probably be the one. Viña on the left side. To Montevideo. Oliveira. Back to the keeper, Muslera. Muslera plays it to the right side. Gets it across midfield on the right. And then back into his own half. Oliveira. He's been active so far on the ball today. He'll feed it to midfield for Viñas. Viñas, long ball down the left side. Trying to play Viña on. And goes in to play harmlessly for a goal kick. So Abdul Hamid had that covered all the way as well. Well, 150 on the Spain game. Let's go. Took the tie. Good for you, man. I want a cut of that one, Stefan. I want a cut of that one. That's awesome, man. Uruguay on the left side. Try to get across the field. Looking for Arujo. Too much on the pass. Saudi intercepts. Salah taken to the attacking third. Albo Raycon. Heavy first touch by Abu Shamas. Saudi, when they're getting into the attacking third, they're wasting their touches. They're not possessing the ball cleanly. They'll get it back here on the poor clearance by Muslera. Shot at the top of the box. Finesse way wide. Salam Adasuri. Way wide on that finesse shot from the top of the box. After the poor clearance by Muslera. Saudi wasteful with that one. Which one would you like better, D-backs or Mets? D-backs. D-backs, the bullpen's actually the best part of our team. The bullpen's actually not bad. First shot for the Saudis, but unfortunately for them, it's closer to Curacao than it was to finding the back of the net. Just one shot on goal so far, 18 minutes in combined. We knew going in this was not going to be the prettiest game. Very defensive-oriented as Saudi, and Uruguay trying to figure out a way to deep possession of the back. And Saudi, they're getting their chances, not doing much with it. And there's a foul. Salomon Al-Sari taking down Cáceres in the back. Free kick for Uruguay. I'll switch the play down the right side here with Varela. Oh, I can't believe it, Stefan. It's a shocking result. No one could believe it. It was a shocking result for Spain. The left side now. Oliveira. Play it back around their own half. Valverde. Valverde on the right side. I'll go back into their own half again. Ugarte. Ugarte gives off left side. They'll play a long ball down the left flank. This could be promising. Viñas, not a good first touch from Viña. Gets taken down from behind. We'll see. They got to get playing on the ground or something. This is clear, either playing on the ground or a foul. They got to get something. They will get a free kick for a push in the back. Viña. A phenomenal job to maintain possession with Abdul Hamid draped all over him. Took a while for the whistle to blow. But a free kick in a potentially dangerous spot here. On the left side, just outside the 18. Won by Viña. Araujo to take. Araujo to take the free kick from the left side. I have France in the World Cup. Araujo, ball into the box, into the 6. Was looking for the head of Bentancur. Won by Saudi, and they'll clear. They'll clear the danger away. Clearance goes out of play for a throw-in. Oh, wow, that one, Summer. How's it going, Government? Appreciate you being here. Oh, Cavani, yeah, he's old. Yeah, Cavani's 39. Yeah, he's not great anymore. Am I surprised that Lovell's been a manager for this long? No, because D-backs are pretty complacent. He should not be the manager, but they're too complacent. How's it going, Alex? Yeah, Hurricanes won. Congrats to you guys. Congrats to you guys there. The Pirates are not in the best spot right now, Alex. Definitely, they've cooled off a little bit. And Skeens looks like he's regressed a little bit. Uruguay plays it back to the keeper. It's a bad back pass, though. They're not going to be able to keep that in play. It's a horrible back pass from midfield by Viña. Trying to feed Muslera. And Muslera can't keep it in play. No one will be able to. It's a horrible back pass by Viña. And Saudi Arabia gets a corner kick out of nothing. From the right side here. Saudi Arabia gets a corner kick. Al-Juair to take. Al-Juair whips it into the box to the far post, headed away by Uruguay. Salomon Al-Sari gets it back on the left side. Al-Dassari. Try to work around Varela. Back heel pass. Cano back to Salomon Al-Sari. But not a good first touch by him. And Uruguay will get the ball back in their own box. It's Muslera. He'll throw it deep down the left side to Araujo. Good first touch by Araujo. We'll see if they try to do anything with it. Instead, they'll just play it around the back. It is a Jakar friend. Yep, it is. There's a video in it. Not that kind, though. Cáceres gives off right side. Ball down the right flank. Too heavy on that ball. That should be offside. Yeah, they're going to blow the flag, or wave the flag for offside. Was a heavy ball. It found Viñas, but Viñas was a mile off. That should take us to the hydration break. About halfway through the first. That will take us to the hydration break, and it's a lifeless start. I think that's fair to say. Sort of expected this. Astros just got old. They got very old. They have not drafted well. Not much in this one so far. Just one shot on goal for either side. Both teams trying to see each other out right now. You're not a tree yet, Michael. You are not a tree yet. Again, $10 for more. Your name on that LED board behind me. Hydration break here. It's a hot one in Miami. Humid. Close to 100 degrees. Sun is still out. Put on Uruguay? Yeah, he told me that. So, I mean, I think Uruguay is more likely to get a goal than Saudi is at this point. Saudi Arabia not good on the ball in the attacking third. Some heavy touches, some poor passes. Uruguay's looked the more threatening side, but it's not saying much early on here. We're at the hydration break right now. Third tie of the day? It could be. Very well could be. There's not much in this one right now. We'll see if the play opens up later on. I mean, there's two ways of looking at it. On one hand, Spain and Cabo Verde drew. Kind of scares you to some extent because Cabo Verde's got a point. You know, with the third place rule, the top 8 third place finishers advance. If you go for the win and you don't get it, you get 0 out of this. You're in last. Which you probably were not expecting at the start of the day because you had Spain destroying Cabo Verde. On the other hand, so if you want to say, like, you know, we still have to play Cabo Verde. If we get a point this game, that's not the end of the world. We can still qualify. I've just got to take care of business against one of the worst sides in the tournament on paper. On the other hand, you could look at it as, look, if we get 3 points, we're atop the group. We had a lot of leeway atop the group so far. If I played soccer, I did not realize that. Crazy if all the games ended in a tie. That would be nuts. That would be nuts if all 4 ended in a draw. Perfectly balanced. Thanos would be happy with this. So the hydration break here. Appreciate you, Chocolate. Appreciate you, man. The countries who are strong in soccer don't have anything else? For the most part, yeah. For the most part. Like, it is the primary sport for a lot of these. It's like a risky bet. Saudi 1-0 full-time for $10 payout, 110. And a draw 1-1, and a draw 0-0. Yeah, I think this definitely could play out like a draw. So Saudi Arabia going left to right. Uruguay right to left. So we start the quote-unquote second quarter. If all the games were a draw, that'd be nuts. Yeah, we'll see. Somewhere on that one, we'll see. Off the free kick, cleared away by Uruguay. They get in the midfield. On the right side, Varela. Oh, that's a heavy ball. Let's try to play Varela on the right side. Way too heavy on that ball. Goes hard, we'll see how to play. Neither team good in possession when they need to be up to the task. Playing these balls through, getting these first touches in critical spots. They're comfortable on the ball when no one's pressing them, but any sort of pressure, no one's doing anything right now. Free kick won by Uruguay. After Cáceres goes down in the box. The clock always runs, yep. I don't get it. It should stop on the hydration break, but the clock always runs. It was on the Soccer's Born Red? Of course it was. Thoughts on Nick's performance? I mean, what's not to love? It was incredible. Yeah, UFC was a good fight. What's not to love about the Knicks? I mean, that was a phenomenal performance. So clutch. Brunson played out of his mind. Ball down the right side here. Last touch by Saudi Arabia. Al-Harib could not clear that one. And the long ball down the right side for Nunez. Based on how this is going, you figure if a goal was to come in this match, it'd probably come off a set piece. Something that doesn't require a ton of possession. Saudi in the attacking half. Dispossessed there on the left side. Will win a throw-in, though. Araujo. It's kicked out by Abdul Hamid. Take the throw. They'll go back in their own half. Oliveira. Ugarte. Cáceres on the right side. Long ball down the right. It's a good first touch. Valverde, could this start something? Overlapping around the right. It's a good first touch. Gets inside the 18. Cross in, deflected. Stays back with the Uruguay. It's not a good clearance by Tom Bakhti. Plays it far post. Headed into the 6. Diving header save. The putback. Skied over the bar. A diving header. A phenomenal cross in to the 6. It was centered beautifully. A phenomenal cross on the poor clearance by Tom Bakhti. Varela centers it perfectly to the 6. And the diving header from Vinas was one heck of an effort. Saved by Alois. Who's the heat up more, Uruguay or Saudi? I would say Saudi Arabia helps them a little bit more because they play in the Middle East. Yeah, first half others cashing out. Yep. Phenomenal save. And a free kick won by Uruguay in their defensive third. As Abdul Hamid takes down Viña. Is that the moment that the game finally starts opening up? It's a great ball in. Now Uruguay down the right side. They'll attack that right side again as they did last time. Ugarte. Got to run on the right if he wants. He's in behind. But a good takedown there. And a free kick won by Saudi Arabia. Heavy challenge there by Nunez. Clipping Al-Harib. Excuse me, by Valverde. Clipping Al-Harib. Trying to get that run on the right side. But I like the idea of Uruguay. They have more of a purpose these last couple minutes. They're trying these runs and they're not far off. They're trying these runs down the side and they are not far off. Easily Stefan. Yep, they're the favorite. Rams are the favorite. They were before they got Garrett. Now they're definitely the favorite. Free kick goes right back to Uruguay. Varela. And midfield. Ugarte gives off on the right side. They'll fake the long ball now. They'll play it around the back. Cáceres. Oliveira on the left side again. Uruguay going right to left. Saudi Arabia left to right. Cáceres. Back to the keeper, Muslera. Back to Cáceres on the right. Saudi retreating. Not playing a high line. Now they'll play a bit of pressure. Muslera gets rid of it. Down the right side header. A second header. Right back to Saudi Arabia. Nunez couldn't find anyone down the right side with a header. And Alois will get it back. Alois deep ball across midfield. Muslera coming 35 yards out. A risky, adventurous, daring play by Muslera. Because it looked like his center back had that covered. Muslera whiffed on that ball, and he almost did. It was not exactly an assuring clearance. If he whiffed on that ball, be an empty net. Uruguay down the left side now. Viña. Good touch against centralized by Vinas. Now edge of the box on the left side. Edge of the box on the left side. Back. They'll reset with Viña. Viña left side. 35 yards away. He'll fake the long ball. Goes to Arujo. He'll try to take on Abu Shamas. Instead, we'll go back up top to Varela. Or Viña, I should say. Now it's Varela. Switches to play on the right side. Valverde, it's a good ball. Trying to make a run on Salam Al-Asri. Gets it to the top of the box. 1-2. Deflected away. Ugarte, I like the idea. Uruguay looks creative as of late. They'll still keep it in the attacking third. Some creative runs right now by Uruguay. They'll switch the play. Exposed on the left. Chance here. Viña whips the ball in. Punched away by Alois. He'll get a free kick, though. Contact made. Man down in the box. Nunez. Was not a bad ball. It did make contact with a keeper in the air. A free kick for Saudi Arabia. Yeah, so far Alois has done his thing. Yes, to become over his World Cup? Absolutely, John. Whatever happens the rest of the way, they got a point off Spain. Their first ever appearance. Like, they will never live that down. Incredible stuff. Now off the free kick, Aljuer takes into the attacking third. Aljuer, edge of the box. He'll fire a cross and head it away easily. Back on the right side, though, outside the box. Abu Shamas. Abdulhamid, Abu Shamas, edge of the box on the right side. I think it was offside. Flag stays down, but Uruguay gets the ball. Viña tries to clear it. Gets back to midfield for Al-Amri. Now they'll go on the right side with Cano. Abu Shamas. 1-2 passing to retreat back into their own half. Cano. Uruguay's pressing, though. They're playing a high line. Trying to force him off the ball. Apply some pressure. The last 15 or so minutes have been all Uruguay. Saudi looks to go here. It's a good run. Good run here by El-Arib. El-Arib taken down from behind. Free kick. Free kick 30 yards away. I don't think you can have a go at it from this distance. But it is centralized. All games and ties? Yep, all games and ties. Who got a free kick? Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia going left to right. Uruguay right to left. It's a good run there by El-Arib. Two men standing over the ball. Salam Al-Asri standing over it alongside Aljuer. Who will take the 37th minute? It's from that borderline distance of whether you can go for goal. Aljuer looks like the one who's going to take this. And they're going left to right. Uruguay right to left. Aljuer stands over the ball. It's a two-man wall for Uruguay. They don't think he's going for goal. He will not go for goal. Go for the far post. Punched away by Muslera. Uruguay not fooled by that at all. They only got a two-man wall. They dare him to go far post, and Muslera had that covered all the way. Was not far enough on the right side for Cano to get a head on it. I can only punch it as far out as a corner kick. So the attack, not done yet. Aljuer to take the corner for Saudi Arabia at the right flag. Aljuer, long ball into the 6, redirected in, shot, saved again by Muslera. Unmarked was Al-Amri. Unmarked was Al-Amri. 10 yards away from goal. It was a good strike with Oliveira closing in on him. And Muslera with a phenomenal save to parry that over the bar. This time they'll go top of the box. Salam Al-Ansari to the far post. Headed. Redirected to the right side. They'll redirect it the second time. But the third time's not the charm. Oh, you fancied that one for the Saudis. Tambakti with a beautiful header to redirect it into the 6. Muslera was off his line. Albarecon, you figured he was going to get to that. You figured for sure he was going to get to that. Tom Bakhti redirected that header into the 6th from a tight angle. And Albarecon just couldn't get there in time. And a wasteful shot there from Saudi Arabia from 25 yards out by Al-Hibari. But the best possession for the Saudis so far. The best possession for the Saudis so far. Argentina will get a goal kick. After all that, the play is starting to open up a little bit. Saudi shot that one. Saudi shot that one. Uruguay going right to left. Saudi left to right. Is it back? Vinya dispossessed. And Saudi Arabia wins a throw. And Abu Shamas in the attacking third. Gets it to the edge of the box on the right side. Good first touch. Redirects it to the center. It's a good job taking on to Salam Al-Nasseri. Well, he did the hard part. He had overlap on the left side, though. Didn't see him. They're dispossessed, but then a good first touch. Dispossessing Uruguay again. Abdul Hamid. He's taken down. No call. They'll get a cross-in corner kick. Another corner for the Saudis. Abu Shamas. As Uruguay now on the back foot. After a good 10-minute stretch for the Uruguayans. Off the hydration break. Saudi Arabia looking sharp right now. We got the emojis in the chat if you remember. Choice for either one of these teams. Al-Juer to take the corner from the right flag once again. He'll go long. Header! On target save! The putback is in! Goal! Al-Amri! Al-Amri! Saudi Arabia! Al-Amri! 1-0! Saudi Arabia! Muslera saved the first. Couldn't parry it far enough. Al-Amri gets the putback. No one marks him. Was a good header on the first shot there by Keno. A great header. Muslera saved the first. Unmarked on the second. And Al-Amri. Al-Amri. His first goal for Saudi Arabia since 2021. His first goal for his national side in 5 years. His first ever World Cup goal. And it comes at a perfect time. Saudi Arabia. They won the opening match of the group stage last year in the upset heard round the world against what would turn out to be the champions of the World Cup in Qatar, Argentina. Can they do it again and top the group on the first match? Al-Amri with a phenomenal strike. And Saudi looks for a second. They're on the attack here. Abu Shamas tries to play a ball into the box, but Salam Al-Nasseri was offside. Muslera gets there with ease. Arabi. Here you go, Stephen. There you go. And with the way Saudi plays defensively, is that one goal going to be the difference? Uruguay on the attack now. They're on the left side. Araujo plays it back to center. Ugarte. Araujo on the left. Plays edge of the box offside. Vinya. Heavy first touch. Was trying to move the ball into the box, but Vinya had a heavy first touch. Thought about the cross before the touch. Lackadaisical there from Vinya, and will go out for a Saudi throw. Abdul Hamid to take. Headed away initially. Still up in the air at midfield on the left side. But a good 1-2 with the header by Albarecon. Now down the right side. Tripped up is Cano. No foul. Clean challenge by Ugarte. He'll be back to Muslera. Muslera gets it across midfield. Good flick on the header. A challenge to the head. Yellow card for Saudi Arabia. Easy call there on the high kick. Araujo took a shot to the face. Al-Amri, who got the goal. He'll get called for that. The first challenge on Vinas was clean by Abdul Hamid. The second one, high kick. As Araujo went down. Games in Houston? I'm not sure. I would think there are. I mean, they do have the roof closed, but obviously for the fans outside, that'd be a problem. So free kick here. Have it going across from here. Have it going across here if you're Araujo. Araujo on the left side. He'll whip a ball in to the right post. That one's saved by Eloise. It was a good header. A good ball to Vinas. And Vinas directed it to the left post. But Eloise with the diving save. Keeping this game 1-0. And keeping Uruguay off the score sheet for now. But a chance for Uruguay. Ugarte gives off left side Araujo. Araujo gets around his man. Good job getting around Abdul Hamid. He'll win a corner kick. A good run there by Araujo. Causing trouble as of late down that left. Down that left side. He'll take the corner kick here. Act like it was nothing. Because probably rooting for Uruguay. Spanish broadcast probably rooting for Uruguay. Corner here to the 6. Flicked back. Stays with Uruguay. 4 minutes of added time. And a poor ball into the box. Tambakti easily heads that one away. Uruguay gets it back at midfield, though. One on the left side. Great time run by Araujo. Chips it. Cleared off the line by Abdul Hamid. But I think the flag was up for offside. Not going to count anyways. Oh, that was the second one. A Jakar fan. He grabbed his back. That was... So the first one was clean. It was the second one. Oh, he might have been on. That was awfully close. Either way, it doesn't matter because it wasn't a goal. You know, the first one was clean in Jakar fan. The second one was the one that got the yellow card on. Right, the first one with the back, that was fine. The second one was the high kick. Woke up with upsets. Could be. Martin Brodeur. Yep. 4 minutes of added time here. Uruguay trying to get an equalizer before the halftime break. They'll switch the play down the right side. In the attacking third on the right side. Will let it rip. Takes a deflection and saved by Eloise. Valverde. Deflected. Not sure he was going for goal or going for the cross. But Eloise standing on his head ever since his side got the opening goal off the corner kick. The Saudis will hold it in their own half. On the right side, Abdul Hamid. Back to Cano. Cano. Tambakti. They'll switch the play back to the right in their own half. They'll be content with 1-0 at the halftime break, especially with the results earlier today. Every side that has led at the halftime break in this World Cup has gone at least a point. No side so far this World Cup has been up at the half and not gotten any result out of it. Some have gotten all 3 points, some got a draw, but everyone got something being up at the halftime break. Uruguay Cáceres. Gives it off right side. Back to Cáceres. Cáceres gives off a midfield. They'll try a run down the right side. It's a heavy ball. Cleared away by Al Harib. Uruguay gets it back, though. Strong header on the clearance. On the left side now. Oliveira. Switches to play to Cáceres in midfield. Cáceres. Ugarte. Go back to the left side for Oliveira. He's got to run if he wants. There's a good run behind. Viña onside. They'll win a goal kick, though. Heavy on that touch. And now they do raise the flag for offside. And this time, yeah, Viña was way off. I was actually very far off on that one. A full body length offside. This should be the final kick of the half. Alois. He'll get rid of this deep, and that will take us to the halftime break. The Saudi players collapse on the pitch. It's a hot one in Miami right now. They get a moment to rest. For the next 15 minutes, they can rest. Enjoy the air conditioning that Miami's outdoor stadium does not necessarily provide. You would change the goal scoring, though, Sports Talk. Change the, how many goals were scored each match. Because it used to be so many games were like 0-0 or 1-0. So, I'll put a poll up. Who wins this one? Yeah, the Cabo Verde tie was crazy. Al Amri, the difference here off the corner kick. The 35th minute. We're going to take a halftime break here. Second half will resume at 7:10 Eastern Time. Be back in a little bit. 1-0 Saudi Arabia at the halftime break. right out of the halftime break, we have 2 subs for Uruguay. So they try to get something out of this match. Nunez and Viña coming off. Canobio, Sanabria coming on. So 3 subs remaining for the Uruguayans. No subs for the Saudis out of the halftime break. But Viña and Nunez are off. It is number 14. Canobio. And number 25, Sanabria. Let's do this thing back underway in the second half here. Uruguay this time going left to right. Saudi Arabia going right to left. A much needed halftime break for both sides, considering the heat down in Miami right now. It is a hot one, as Rob Thomas said all those years ago. How's it going, RFK? Welcome back in. Uruguay going left to right. Cáceres. Oliveira. Switch the play on the right side. The attacking third. Canobio, his first touch of the match. Redirect it back to midfield on the right side. Bentancur down the right flank. Varela gets a ball into the 12, and that is a diving header saved again by Eloise. Picking up right where he left off at the halftime break. A diving header on target. Did well to find the target. Eloise even better to make the save. A 1-2 touch. Heavy touch. Gets into the box while falling down. No penalty. Went down too easily. Tom Bakti clears it away for an Uruguayan throw in the attacking third. A lively start for the Uruguayans out of the locker room. So look to salvage this match. Avoid falling last in the group after one day. Canobio, ball into the box. It's a good ball, but a bad first touch. And Uruguay's offside. Uruguay is very much offside. Now they blow the flag up. It was a poor first touch by Viñas. So won 4.7 from a $400,000 bet on Spain not winning. Wow. That's incredible. That's incredible. Smallest chance to win the World Cup? Probably Curacao. Because Curacao is -6 in the goal difference. Tunisia is also a good pick because they're -5 and they fire their manager. So, I mean, Tunisia absolutely sucks. Smallest chance, so I'd probably go Curacao. If you lose, you have to get 6 points pretty much. 4 points I'm not sure would be enough. Salman Dasseri down the right side. Cleared away. Back for a Saudi throw. And the attacking third on the left side. And this is match 3 out of 4 today. After this, we will be live for the New Zealand-Iran game over at SoFi Stadium. Throw in here. Taken by Al-Arib. Out of play, another throw in. I'll do it again. Al-Arib to take. Gets it into the box. Easily headed away, though, by Uruguay. No one there, and Saudi will win another throw. On the left side, Al-Harib again. Saudi Arabia going right to left this half. Al-Amri, the goal scorer. Back heel flick on for Salam Al-Dasseri. But a poor first touch after the flick on. It was a good flick. Uruguay likes to go on the counter. It's a dummy run. It's a great dummy run. Down the left side goes Uruguay. Now look to switch the play on the right. On the right side. Canobio. Edge of the box on the right. Varela back up top. Bentancur. I'll reset at midfield. Black box around the flags. So the reason why I have the black box around the flags is because it makes it easier to not have the background remover get the white on the flags and think that's part of the flag. Canobio. Cross into the box. Cleared behind for a corner. El-Hibari gets a foot on that one. Sends it behind. Uruguay gets a set piece here. Also makes it easier to look at, especially if the colors, if it's a one-tone flag and it blends in. Corner here from the right flag. They'll get it into the 6. The header is wide. The header is wide from Vinas. Was a good ball into the far post. And Vinas trying to out-jump Tambakti. I think Tambakti actually got on there. I think Tambakti actually got ahead on that one. It probably should have been another corner kick. Uruguay might feel hard on it for that. No more NBA or NHL for next 4 months. Out the back now, Ugarte. Bentancur. Down the right side, dispossessed from behind. Will be a free kick, though. Canobio went down on the right side. I have whatever their original, whatever their flag is. Whatever is the emojis. Whatever one is the emoji. Whatever that flag is. That's a FIFA scorebug. Nope, every broadcaster has that scorebug. Push from behind. That should be a freaking no foul. Push from behind there by Uruguay. No foul. Uruguay's going to get in the attack. On the edge of the box on the left side. Header in. Too high. They're getting some good balls in. These balls are on target. Might have been offside anyway. A lot of people lost money because of the draw. Oh, yeah. A lot of people lost money. Yeah, Vinas was offside. Those are not bad balls in, though. Yep, LB and World Cup and WNBA. We'll do some W as well. We'll definitely do some W. But again, tonight, New Zealand, Iran will do OT. We'll do OT after that game. We'll do OT afterwards. Saudi Arabia going right to left. Uruguay left to right. Ball down the right side, looking to play on Alborecon. Uruguay wins the header, though. Bentancur plays it back to a center back here. And they'll work out the back. Cáceres. Every team that has led at the halftime break this World Cup has gone at least 1 point. Uruguay looking to change that here on this attack. Down the left side. Good ball to the edge of the box on the left side. We'll play it back to center. Good one-touch pass on the right side. They're exposed to the right. Overlapping run. Varela cross into the box. Blocked by Al-Arib. Behind for another corner for Uruguay. They were exposed on the right. Uruguay finding some space. They've been creative in possession these last 30 minutes. Will they get rewarded? Araujo to take. Araujo from the right flag. Araujo. To the top of the box. Header cleared off the line. The putback shot goes well out of play. Otherwise, we'll just dive on that one. Not even close to the goal. The header was good. Cleared off the line. Boots it deep. Saudi Arabia gets it back in their own half. Al-Amri. Down the right side. Too much for Abu Shamas. Back to Uruguay on the left side. They're playing to the attack. Their one-touch pass to Araujo. Araujo, though, maybe a bit ambitious on that one-touch pass as Cáceres cannot get there. No worry, though, because Uruguay gets it right back. On a heavy ball there by the Saudis as they try to start a counter. Uruguay at midfield on the left. 54th minute. Oliveira. 1-2 passes, a good ball there by Araujo. Cross into the box, on the far post, deflected away. Canobio's been active since coming on. Back to Varela, though. Top of the box. They'll switch the play back to the left. Valverde, good ball in. Headed away, though. It was a good ball in to find Canobio down the right flank. But headed away strongly. I believe there was Tambakti on that. Uruguay takes a throw the play back in their own half. Two testing strap. Gotta do it. Yes, Splitter's a good pick. Splitter's a very good coach, RFK. You guys made one heck of a hire. The Blazers, that's their mistake. If we could also say that'd be crazy. Oh, New Zealand's a chance of winning. Iran's not that good. And look, if Cabo Verde tied, if they drew Spain, anything can happen at the World Cup. Now, New Zealand's got a chance. Of all the matches, this is probably the best chance they have against Iran. Varela goes right side, Canobio. Canobio, 1-2 passing. Not a great second ball. We're going to free up Cáceres. Saudi Arabia will clear the danger. Cáceres will chase that one down in his own half. Canobio is holding his knee. Cáceres will beat the ball out of play. As looks like it's a cramp. He did take a pretty hard knock to the shin from Al Harib when he was trying to clear that one off the ground after a poor first touch. If there's any game for New Zealand to win, for the Kiwis to win, it's this one. Uruguay thought there should have been a foul on that challenge. Canobio gets back to his feet. It'll be a Saudi throne, but they'll do the sportsmanly thing, I would assume, and throw it back to Uruguay. If the injured player gets tended to. Salam Al-Dasri will just do the sportsmanly thing and throw it to Muslera. Uruguay will work up the back, left to right. Saudi Arabia right to left. Muslera. Cáceres back to the keeper, Muslera. Down the left side. Oliveira. Bentancur back to the keeper. Muslera. Gives it off left side at midfield. He'll switch the play or run down the right if he wants him. We'll go down the right to Cáceres. Cáceres, Varela. Varela rolls the ball over, goes back to midfield. Ugarte. Gets it back at midfield, switches it back to the right. Varela. They'll play it on the right side. Open on the right there is Canobio. It's a poor touch there by Varela. Try to feed the 1-2. And Salam Al-Dasri will get it back in his own half. Al Harib tries to feed it to midfield. His good shielding job and a good first touch. Can they keep it in play? They can, but Uruguay wins it back. Good challenge there by Cáceres. It actually went out of play. Back to Uruguay. Yeah, it'll be tough, Jackson. It'll be tough. Trying to get me to Saudi Hill? Yep. They're not going to get the call there. Not going to get the call on that one. Cáceres, left side. Valverde. Oliveira. They'll switch the play on the right. Varela on the right wing, outside the 18, whips the ball to the box, free header, and he got to put that on target. Canobio was in just outside the 6 on the right side. Unmarked on the near post. I don't think he realized how much time he had. I don't think he realized how much time he had. He rushed that header, was off target. Uruguay gets it back, though. Canobio tried to play a run down the right side, but no one was running. Tried to play Vinas down the right. Venus was standing there, completely still. Miscommunication there. The Uruguay gets it back off the throw after a board touch by Alboracon. Still all 5 subs remaining for Saudi Arabia. Ball down the left side. It's a good ball to switch the play. Trying to feed a through ball down the middle for Varela. He can't get it. Deflected away. Uruguay. They'll play a run down the right to Varela. Varela. Man pushed in the box. No call. Will get back up. Fires a shot from 25 yards out off the post. Bentancur from 25 yards out. Off the left post. Was a good ball. Bentancur to Ugarte. Ugarte got inside on Aljuer. Tom Bakhti couldn't block it. It beat the keeper, but just beat the post. Denied by the woodwork. Wow, that one's summer. Rally back tomorrow? Yep. That's a good gift for them. We'll get a stoppage here as Alois sitting on the ground. He is. Okay, we might see a lot of cramps tonight. We might see a lot of cramps. How hot it is out here. Might have landed a little bit awkwardly after that dive. They'll tend to LOIs. As Saudi Arabia will make their first sub. And it looks like Darcy's going to come on. I'll take all this into account in stoppage time. Well, this is getting a team in trend next year. Oh, that'll be fun for you. That'll be fun. That's an average floor today. You're not wrong there. It looks like after being tended to, LOIs is good to go. Darcy will come on. First sub of the match. We'll see who's getting taken off. After the stoppage here. And it will be Aljuer. Aljuer, a midfielder. Replaced by another midfielder. So no changes to the formation. No changes to their approach. You suspect a lot of added time on, though, after that long stoppage. Little mini water break before the actual hydration break. In a couple minutes' time. That's the first sub. El Darcy on for Aljuer. Uruguay out the back. They're going left to right. Saudi Arabia right to left. If you like what you see, folks, you can hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton on here. Uruguay on the left side. They'll play it back to midfield. We're going to switch the play, and they do on the left side. Oliveira. Across its center to Cáceres. Cáceres places it down the right side. Heavy ball, but good first touch there by Canobio. Canobio looking for some space. Will retreat back to Cáceres. Plays it across the pitch on the left side. He'll try to centralize it here. Good challenge there by Darcy on his first touch of the game stops the Uruguayan attack. Off the bench. Uruguay gets it back though. Ugarte. Oliveira takes it across midfield on the left side. Oliveira switches to play to Cáceres on the right. A play a run down the right side. A ball to Valera. Varela. Cáceres. They'll switch the play once more. Ugarte. Or excuse me, Bentancur. Ball in. Not a lot of height on that one. Deflected behind by Cano. Will still be a throw-in, though, for Uruguay on the left side. Will they try again? They'll fake it. Have an overlapping run if you want. They will go with the overlapping run. Trying to get around Alarie. Puts the ball into the box. Headed away by Tambaki. Tambaki heads it away. Abdul Hamid tries to keep it in play. And he does. Clears the danger as a result. Uruguay gets it back, though, in the attacking third. Down the left side. Trying to work around Abu Shamas. Trying to get to the edge of the box, but dispossessed by Cano. No foul. Both sides clamoring for it. Play on. Been listening to Making Dinner? Nice. A free kick, though, on the left side for Uruguay. Abu Shamas a bit too reckless with that challenge at the edge of the box. More important for? I mean, they're both favored in the group. Uruguay's favored in the group. I'd say Saudi. Second's kind of wide open. Uruguay's favored in the group. Free kick here on the left side for Uruguay. Chance of a set piece. Could be the final chance before the hydration break. Valverde to take. From the left side, it's only a two-man wall. Abu Shamas and Salim Al-Dassari on the wall on the left side. Paul Pork Tacos. Ooh. He'll feed one on the near post. Punched away by Eloise. The putback blocked again by Saudi Arabia. Had a goal from it from a tight angle. Eloise with a good punch. I thought they were going to play Ugarte at the top of the box. Have him run in. He was free at the top. They didn't do it. Went for goal, and Eloise made him pay. And a poor switch there by Cáceres to switch from right to left. We'll go harmlessly for a Saudi Arabia throw. And that should take us to the hydration break. New Zealand's not good. No, New Zealand's not good. And I'm with you on that one, Turtle. Yeah, this is a good year for sports. Winter Olympics stopped the gap between March Madness and the Super Bowl. This stopped the gap. They won't take the hydration break just yet. Saudi on the throw. Tries to play it central. For Salam Al-Dassari, cleared away by Uruguay. Back for Saudi Arabia in their defensive half, though. Tambakti. Just forget to Darcy. Darcy. Called for a foul. Bentancur looks to take the free kick quickly for Uruguay. He will down the right side. Nope. Now, the referee will blow it for the hydration break. I believe. No, they just took it too early. No, I just took it too early. Now they'll go on the left side. At some point, the hydration break will come. We're about halfway through the second. No difference from the first set. Bentancur, heavy first touch, but gets around Darcy. Gets around Darcy. Now back up top, Varela. He'll switch the play right side. On the right side. Cáceres whips a ball into the far post. Mistimed. Araujo mistimed it. He was in behind on the far post. Just mistimed his jump. Fell down and we'll go to the hydration break. Saudi's another goal. I mean, Uruguay's pressing on. We're going to have a lot of stoppage time as well. I would think we're going to have a lot of stoppage time after the stoppage on LOIs. I would think about at least 7 minutes. Pair of ducks on the pond for the Phils, yep. Thoughts for the United Bowl. I'm really happy for Louisville. That's a darn good market, and to win your first year, Chris Redmond did one heck of a job. I severely underestimated Chris Redmond and what he could do as a coach. Trading away your starting quarterback middle of the season. Starting 0-3. It could have easily imploded. Have a hydration break here. Pause today, hydration. Yep. If you like what we see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It really does go a long way. Helps out on the channel. Iran, New Zealand, after this game is done. The final of the 4 matches today. My 2 favorite animals? No, just I'm a Jaguars fan and a Florida Gators fan. That's all it comes down to. I'm a Jacksonville Jaguars fan. Been that way since 2005, and I'm a Florida football fan. So, that's my alias for a while. Get back on our way here in just a little bit. And it looks like a sub will have to come on for Uruguay. It looks like De La Cruz will enter the match. Some reinforcements in the midfield. Redmond, I don't think too many guys are going to get any NFL looks. Outside of Gill. I mean, Butler's in camp, as always. He'll flame out in camp like he always says. Cam Gill will get some looks. Other than him, I'm not sure there's going to be too many. There's going to be too many outside of the specialists. Ugarte comes off. And Nicolas De La Cruz enters the match. Two subs remaining for Uruguay. 4 for Saudi Arabia. So Saudi, they can really park the bus and change their formation. Bring on a 5th defender. If we get to the 85th minute. Hydration break brought by Telemundo. Yep. Maybe opening for him in the NFL? Absolutely, Sports Talk. Absolutely. Keeps having success? Absolutely. What he did for changing quarterbacks midway through, going 0-3. Yeah, KC has not hosted a match yet. Well, there's so many stadiums in this World Cup. I think there's like 14 different or 16 different venues in this World Cup. Foul from behind. Varela gets pushed from behind, trying to get, or excuse me, Canobio gets pushed from behind, trying to win that ball. Uruguay free kick. They're going left to right. Saudi Arabia right to left. On a hot night in Miami. Varela. Right side, Canobio. Canobio trying to take on 2. Plays it centralized to Cáceres. Cáceres into the 18. Cáceres tries to cross. It's blocked. Blocked by Al-Arib. Blocked by Al-Arib. Corner kick, though, for the Uruguayans. Valverde to take on the right flag. Into the side netting. Albarracon. Tried to clear the danger into the side, running it. Neverland, Florida. Yep, not wrong there, Sports Talk. Will Iran play in the USA? Yes, they will. Yeah, that game is at SoFi. Ball to the box, headed behind. Back to Uruguay at the top of the box for De La Cruz. Goes back to center back. Yeah, they're playing at SoFi. And a poor ball in from left to right, trying to find his man on the right post. There was no one there. And we'll go behind. You skip holds, you would think at some point. You would think at some point. The Gators are why I have no intent moving to Florida. Oh, that's the least of my concerns. That's the least of my concerns. Hurricanes are a bigger concern for me. Having to evacuate every single year. Like, yeah, so you have to evacuate. Like, you can live here, but there's about a week each year you have to leave. You have no idea when that week is going to be. You have a general time frame of when it's going to be. But when you do leave, there's going to be a lot of traffic because there's only one way out of the state. And also, when you leave, there's a 20% chance your house will not exist by the time you get back. I don't understand the intent. I don't understand it. Yeah, but Iran is playing in they were always playing in New Zealand against New Zealand at SoFi Stadium. Yeah, Dan's for being a champion. Good for him. Good for him. '75th minute here. I guess the trade-off is that Disney World's in your backyard. The trade-off with Florida is that Disney's in your backyard. Like, for me, I mean, my God, if I lived in Florida, I mean, my God, what I could do, work at night, so I could just go to Disney in the day as an annual pass holder, just go to Epcot, eat lunch at Epcot every day. I mean, my God. Because all the sports are at night, so during the day, I could just spend every day at Disney and make my money at night. That's a good trade-off. Uruguay in their defensive third. Poor clearance back up top for the Saudis. El Highbury. They'll go left side now. Darcy. Salam Al Dasseri. Back to Darcy on the left. 1-2 pass back to Salam Al Dasseri. Too ambitious there, trying to get into the 18 though. Bentancur intercepts and look to go on the counterattack. Push from behind. That stops the counter. That should be a yellow. Had a run down the left side. That should be a yellow on Abu Shamas. He will not issue a caution. That's a mistake on the ref's part. That stopped the counterattack. Nevertheless, Uruguay. Yeah, Phil Swarms for this chat. Oh, jeez. Yeah, imagine we were calling that game. Varela. Right side. Canobio. Fakes the ball into the box. He'll pull it back. Back to Varela at the top of the box on the right side. Back heel pass to Canobio. Gets a ball in. Flicked on into the 6. Cleared away. Back up top to Oliveira. Oliveira fakes a switch to the right. He'll play it back to his partner at center back, Cáceres. Now they'll switch on the left side. Back on the right for Cáceres. Cáceres. Varela. Heavy first touch. Canobio 1-2 with Varela. That was always going to be off kilter. The heavy first touch by Varela. He rushed it. Now back to the Saudis in their own defensive third. Darcy. He's dispossessed. But still somehow gets it off. They'll play a ball down the left side. Chasing that one down to Salam Al Dasseri. He cannot get there first. Cáceres chases that one down. Salam Al Dasseri applauds the ambition there. It's close to a one-on-one situation with the goalkeeper to put this one out of reach potentially. Now Uruguay on the attack as the play is open up. Cáceres switches the play into the 18 on the left side, headed away by Alamri. You have 4 before he got out. I've seen multiple D-backs games where I was at multiple D-backs games where the starting pitcher got pulled before getting it out. That's a poor ball down the right flank, out of play for a Saudi goal kick. So Ryan Nelson do it this year. I saw Brandon Fott do it last year against the Nationals. If I lived in Florida, I'm at baseball all day. Yeah, no, I'm disappointed Arizona was not a host. I'm very disappointed Glendale did not get it. It'd been a heck of a sight. I guess the public transportation, because you can't really get to the stadium unless you have a car. I guess that was the issue. I don't know, but Arizona will be a great spot. It's a football hotbed here, especially with Mexico. Especially Mexico fans out here. On the left side, Oliveira. Uruguay going left to right. Saudi right to left. I have no problem with that, Joseph. I have no problem with that. It's a scummy human being. Don't support scummy human beings. Disassociate with them. I like it. Cáceres gives it off to Oliveira. Oliveira. Ball in on the right side. Good ball to switch the play to Canobio. Canobio. Edge of the box. Canobio back to the top. They'll work it again on the right side. Varela. He'll whip a ball into the far post. Way too much on that one. Trying to keep that one in play is Vinas, and he does. They'll get a ball into the 6. Header cleared away. Once again. Now Saudi looks to go on the counterattack. Salam Al Dasseri, unsure of what to do. Dispossessed. Trying to feed it down the right side for Canobio. Canobio. Foul at the edge of the box. No call. Bentancur fires it for De La Cruz. His shot is blocked to the top of the box. De La Cruz lets it go. Back to Uruguay, 80th minute. Bentancur Again, Saudi still has 4 subs remaining. They can really park the bus and bring on a 5th defender depending on how this possession goes. De La Cruz switches to play left side. Whips the ball into the far post. Head on it! Right at the keeper! The putback is in! And putback is in! Araujo! 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 Goal! Uruguay! Araujo! Similar goal to what Saudi scored, where the keeper punched out the first, couldn't punch out the second. And Araujo! Araujo! Ronald Araujo, the defender, was onside the whole way. The header by Vinas was saved, punched out, but the putback fell right back to a streaking Araujo. And Araujo, the Barcelona center back, just his second goal as an Uruguayan senior member, his first since 2023, and it equalizes the score. Came at the right time, yep. Probably not, Toasted, probably not. Araujo! Araujo with the equalizer. Could we see our 3rd tie in 3 matches? Could we see everyone level on points in Group H after 1 match day? And Araujo, that was his final kick of the game. Araujo, his last kick of the game, equalizes the score at 1. Substitution here for Uruguay. They will bring on Rodriguez. Sub for the Saudis as well. We'll get all that in just a bit. Rodriguez in for Araujo. Now edge of the box. Varela. The sub for the Saudis. They'll have 3 remaining. Abu Shamas comes off. Boshal enters the game for the Saudis. They'll swap a midfielder out with a defender. Just trying to see this one through and get at least 1 point. Again, a draw is not the worst result in the world. Corner kick here, though, for Uruguay. Level on points after 1 with everyone, with Cabo Verde next. Or in the final 2 games, it's not the worst result, especially under this format. Can Uruguay take the lead? De La Cruz, corner kick, header over the bar. Cáceres, header over the bar. Jared sending a flower for 30 joules. Appreciate you a ton on that. It depends, Toasted. It entirely depends. Entirely depends. I'll give you 40 on that one, Michael. Yeah, we're going baby at the game. Yep, expose him young to the game. Expose him young. We have to go? Oh, you find a way. Shot it from the edge of the box wide for Uruguay. Rodriguez let it fly on his first chance of the game, replacing Araujo. That one was always going wide. Always going wide. How do you play this now at 1? How do you play this at 1? 4 draws, please. Oh my God. Just nothing but ties. Saudi in their back. Tambakti gets it across midfield to Darcy. Darcy plays it back to his center back. Ball down the right side. Be headed by Uruguay. Easy header there. Now Uruguay holds it. Oliveira. Cáceres. Right side to Varela at midfield. Canobio. Looks for a ball down the right. Not there, so he's going to try to take on Al Harib in central mid. Not going to do it. But then a missed time pass by Albarecon. Trying to play his man on the left side. Salam Al-Dassari goes out of play. Saudi Arabia will get the throw-in. I mean like Tropic Thunder. I'm talking like the whole point of it was that. Like, it's got to be a very specific example. Entirely depends what you're trying to do with it. 99% of the time, it's a big no-no. I'll put it that way. On the left side here, Uruguay. In the attacking third. Good ball down the left side. We'll keep it in play. Cross into the top of the box. Punched away by Eloise. Punched away with Venus in the 6. Stays with Uruguay up top. Varela. Varela down the right side. Canobio. Canobio whips the ball into the far post. Finds a man. Redirects it. Looking for Venus. And Venus cannot get there in time. The Saudis will clear it. Takes a deflection out for a throw-in. Was a good fight, Tosin. Was a good fight. At midfield now, Albarecon. Darcy plays it back to his right back. In the 86th minute, Saudi Arabia led the half. Uruguay a late equalizer from Anobio. Or Arujo, I should say. On the left, Al-Harib. Back to the top box. 1-2 pass. Al-Harib gets inside, crosses and redirects it. Not a good clearance though by Uruguay. Back to the top of the box. Heavy first touch. And it's cleared away by Varela. For a tackle from behind. No call. Clean challenge. The shot from 35 yards out from Cano. Misses, blocked. Abdulhamid gets it back. Abdulhamid over the bar. Play opening up at the top of the box. Like, crowd sounds lively. Yeah, I mean, it's Miami. I mean, it's a football hotbed. Abdulhamid. Just over the bar, working on Cáceres. Want to stop the clock? I've always wondered that on, like, hydration breaks in particular. Hydration breaks, I do wonder that. Canobio. Varela. I'll get across the field on the left side. Plays it to the left. Trying to get a run on Abdulhamid. Trying to get a run on Abdulhamid. Play it left side. Cross in, deflected behind for a corner. Sanabria. Blocked by Al-Hibari. Will win a corner kick out of it in the 88th minute. But they call it back. The flag was up. The flag was up for offside. So they'll pull back the corner kick. It'll be a free kick for Saudi Arabia. Oh, yeah, they knew what they were doing for Ireland, Italy, and New York. Oh, yeah. Oklahoma up 3-0. All right. Throw in here. Play it back to their keeper, Muslera. Cáceres. Out the back. Oliveira. Down the left side, 89th minute. Looking for a switch down the right. They'll give it behind to Cáceres. Cáceres down the right side. Canobio. Canobio back to De La Cruz on the right. Centers the ball. Valverde. Left side, edge of the box. Looking for a run here. Sanabria gives it off. Rodriguez cross in. Cleared. Behind for a corner. Alamri clears the cross. Tambakti is down in the box. After that clearance, might have taken a cleat. One more sub for Uruguay. Aguirre coming on. Next dead ball. Corner in. Headed away by Keno. Stays with Uruguay, though, on the right side. The top, De La Cruz switches to play on the left. Ball into the box, far post. Got a head on it, still there. Punched away by Eloise. Eloise using one fist there to punch that one away. Stopping the attack for the moment. Aguirre coming on for Uruguay as the final sub. They'll bring on a forward. They won 3 points out of this. Vinas comes off. Aguirre comes on. Saudi Arabia still has 3 subs remaining. Even in this heat, you can tell these guys are tired. They have not made any more subs. We will go to stoppage time. I assume 7 minutes. How much is left in this thing? I assume 7. Heavy challenge there. Free kick won by Uruguay in their defensive half. No word yet. It is 7 minutes. It is exactly 7 minutes. Saudi probably not pressed it on. They're probably content with this result. Uruguay trying to get 3 and top the group. But a chance on the counter for the Saudis across midfield on the left side. Salom Al-Dasseri tries to switch the play. It's deflected by Bentancur. Uruguay looks to go down the left side. In the attacking third, Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to run on Bochal. Gives off left side. Ball on the top of the box. The shot. Saved. Saved De La Cruz. Saved by Eloise. They'll whip another ball into the far post. Got ahead to redirect it to the penalty spot. No one there for Uruguay. Saudi Arabia clears the danger. 7 minutes of added time. Right side, Varela. 1-2, back to Varela. Edge of the box, ball in. Far post. Cleared behind for a corner. Cleared behind for a corner. Set piece opportunity at the left flank. They'll make 3 subs. Saudi Arabia now just trying to see this through. 19, 3, and 18 coming on. Lajami, Al-Hedji, Hamden coming on. Abdul Hamid will come off. So Abdul Hamid comes off. Who else is coming off? Hamden, Al-Hedji, Lanjamhi will enter. It will be Al-Arib, Abdul Hamid, and Al-Barakon coming off. So let me work that in. Corner on the left side. They'll play it short to the top of the box. Will fire from 18! Saved! Diving save by Eloise! It was a well-worked short corner at the top of the box. Valverde, perfect finesse shot into the right corner. And Eloise with the save of the match. Sorry, plus 200,000 taking it? No chance. No, Saudi's not winning this one. Saudi's not winning. Corner here, right side now. De La Cruz whips it in. Header is wide on the right side. Good ball by De La Cruz. The header offline. And with the way Uruguay has been pressing ever since Saudi Arabia got the opening goal, and especially these last 10 minutes, you would have to think they're content with the draw, just parking the bus. Eloise has made some phenomenal saves right now. Metso 9, oh geez. Plus 10 extra? Oh, many times. Many times. Sometimes we got like plus 35. If there's like a bunch of fights and like weather delays and whatnot, we've gotten some crazy stuff. On the left side now, Uruguay. Sanabria. Sanabria down the left side. Sanabria tries to get around Alhambri. Alhambri makes the slide challenge on the left flank. Throw in here for Uruguay outside the 18. Sanabria on the left side. They're going left to right. Saudi Arabia right to left. They'll switch it to the right for Cáceres. Cáceres. Right side. Canobio. Back to the center. Cáceres holds it in midfield on the right side. De La Cruz on the right. Switches back to central. Try to work it on the right side here. Cáceres. Cáceres tries to cross. It's deflected. Back to Uruguay on the right side. Canobio into the box for De La Cruz. De La Cruz gives up Valverde. His shot deflected. Behind for a corner. Valverde. A corner here from the left side for Uruguay. Rodriguez to take. Hedger taking the drop. Makes sense. I don't blame you there for hedging on that. Rodriguez whips into the 6. Cleared away by Saudi Arabia. Shot. Varela was a gutsy decision to shoot that one. Blocked easily. Uruguay gets it back though off the clearance. On the left side here. Trying to run on Bochal. Will reset up to Valverde. Valverde. Varela. In the attacking third down the right side. He'll try a run. Tackled. No call. Clean challenge there from Darcy. Out of play for an Uruguayan throw on the right side. 90 seconds minimum remaining. Canobio to take the throw. It will actually be Varela. Back to Cáceres. Cáceres switches to Bentancur. They'll switch to the left side. Ball down the left. Sanabria fires. Save near post. Otherwise. Saves the near post shot. Another corner for Uruguay. Can they do this? Good for Gino on that one. They go short on the corner. They'll whip a ball in from the left. Valverde, left side, good run, ball in. Cleared again behind by Alhamri on the left side. Another corner kick for Uruguay. I think he did, Jinx. Could be the last attack of the game. Can Saudi Arabia get a point out of this? Uruguay pressing on for the winner. It's been all Uruguay these last 30 minutes. Up top, Sanabria. Sanabria, left side, edge of the box. Will whip one in, far post. Cleared. Cleared. One more chance for Uruguay. On the right side, Varela. Goes back to midfield for Sanabria. Deep ball down the left. It's a good run. Edge of the 18. Last chance. Has an overlap. Will play the overlap. Valverde. That cross cleared. Out of play. Another Uruguayan throw. No whistle yet. They'll play it quickly. Heavy first touch. Plays it back. They'll switch it to the right. Cáceres. Saudi Arabia waiting for the whistle. Canobio. Right side. Canobio. Cáceres. Ball into the box at the top. Headed behind. Gets back to Uruguay. De La Cruz. Left side. Ball in. Again another corner kick. Lajami. Last one to touch it. Another corner. We are past the 7 minutes. Last chance here for Uruguay, certainly. Rodriguez, ball top of the box. Headed behind, one more chance. That one cleared in the box. And Saudi Arabia and Uruguay, a 1-1 draw. Oh my goodness. My voice is not entertained. My voice is not entertained by that, I can tell you that much. My voice is most definitely not entertained by that. 3 for 3 on draws. Everyone in Group H level. Al-Amri got the scoring started for the Saudis. The equalizer for Uruguay by their number 4, Araujo. It ends level. Uruguay will feel hard done to not get 3 points out of that. What a match. What a finish. The Saudis survive, and everyone is tied atop the group after one match day. Holy crap. Holy crap. That was freaking insane. Alois, the saves he made. They're all losers. Man of the match, Alois. I mean, my God. Canobio lively off the bench down the right side. Record high is 1958. So we got 46% so far. Yeah, Comable unperformed right now, yep. Yeah, Ecuador, the upset against Ivory Coast. Brazil, the draw against Morocco. Obviously this, yeah. Great call. Appreciate you, Tom Brain. Appreciate you telling you. Telemundo next. But Telemundo gets all the games. Telemundo does everything. World Cup do not get a draw challenge. Difficulty impossible. That was incredible. Oh my God, what a match. Yeah, the group is all ties, just like Group B. Group H and Group B. The exact same thing. The War Game Predict can be a tie. Is even happy, and we got 3 ties. And again, this stream brought to you. Oh my God. This stream brought to you by Prize Pick. Let me see any. Let me see any D-backs prompts. Oh, okay. We'll do that. Hey, won't buy you wait for a comment ball. There you go. There you go. Can Prize Picks use my code H5 get 50 instantly? I'm going to play this one as well. But I don't trust Ryan Nelson. He has not been good that late. He has not been that good lately. You know, under less than 5 strikeouts. All against him in draws. Screw it, fact. I'm going fact on that. Chris Wood, more than half a shot. I think he'll get 1 shot. Doesn't have to be on goal, just 1 shot in general. Ryan Nelson, less than 5 strikeouts. We've only just begun. 20 to play 60 if you want to tail with me. Go to Prize Picks. Use my code HB. Play 5. Get 50 instantly. But that's my pick. Chris Wood, more. Ryan Nelson, less than 5 strikeouts. All right. Holy crap. It's going to redirect you to the New Zealand-Iran stream. I got everything set for that. That game starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Entertaining draw. The teams finished level at 1 apiece. I will see you guys in an hour for the final match tonight. New Zealand, Iran at SoFi Stadium. Final score for Miami Gardens. Saudi Arabia 1, Uruguay 1. See you guys in just a bit.